we are in what could potentially be the last match of the series. Ladies and gentlemen, the bottom left-hand corner called out by Complexity to bring it back. His name is Rise. He is in the red in the bottom left. His opponent in the top right-hand corner clad in blue from the team TSL. He's been cleaning it up, consecutively taking out Sasquatch and Trimaster. Now he's got to do it here versus another Zerg player. Ladies and gentlemen, Value.
So, I think Rise has a strong potential to win this for a couple reasons. First off, Value, we've been seeing he's been very, very passive against Zerg when you saw that whole Sasquatch game. Granted, you kind of have to be passive against Mutaling, Baneling, of course. You have to have him play defensively, but in his other matchups, he seems to play very passively as well and then follows up with like an attack every single time. Rise is such a strong player when he wants to get aggression going.
Yep.
We saw him in so many playing games where he would get a lead or any type of formation where he would be ahead in some kind of tech or some kind of army or anything, and he just goes for it, man, and he doesn't stop. He's so good at stopping somebody and just killing them off. So I really feel like Rise, once he finds a weakness in Value, will just straight up kill him if he gets a chance. Now, it's up to Value to make sure that A, it's defensive style if he keeps playing it, to make sure that he doesn't allow any type of opening or Rise will just knock him out.
Yep, that's completely true. And also another thing here about Rise is, he's the new player here. We want to talk about how he's going to manage to take down Value here if he does. Rise is a map abuser. I remember a specific instance on actually Crevasse, really, really big map. In the natural expansion of Crevasse, there's this small little area, something like this, right? It's this area up on the natural expansion. If you guys ever played the map, it's high up. The island is very small. It's maybe like, there's actually nothing on this map that's even remotely as small, but there's a nice little area that's actually just not visible by the Nexus itself, even though the rest of the island is. And Rise realized this, obviously before going into the game, brought an Overlord over to this position, put a Nidus Worm right in that location. What do you know, he clicks right here during that. And won a game very easily off it. He's a guy who will find positions on a map that he can take advantage of, and will do so. And Daybreak, it's not a map that has all the greatest things, but expect things like, Overlords in all the great positions. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something pretty cool.
Simply put, Rise has a killer instinct.
Oh, that's cute.
Which, by the way, was an awesome Super Nintendo game. Well, we have the Pro came in for a scout, found everything's going in the main and the Nashville. This is looking like a standard 430 third hatchery build from Rise, which is, again, just super standard. Actually, he's getting it super early. He's going to be hopping down.
Off one queen, yeah.
Yeah, about the 4-minute mark. He completely cut that second queen as well. So
I've actually been seeing that more and more as of late.
You get away with
it.
it.
See both variations.
What are you going to have coming your way when there's a Forge and a Gateway just now finishing up and a Nexus popping up? Like nothing's coming your way. So
probes, Tim.
12th rush.
The Hawk probe.
Yeah, man. Come in and harass everything, kill it.
There it is, third base down. Expect to cancel any second, and a Roach Warren, and then all in. I'm just kidding. If it was Lenok, though,
possibility.
Surprised, yeah.
Well, Lings, of course, will get rid of the probe, and this is the point where we just sit back and we wait for everything to drone up. And with that being said, I just want to say how impressed I am with Value. His games have actually been really, really strong today overall. Again, I like to see aggressive games out of him. I want to see him be less than one-dimensional. But I never knew that he was actually this strong. I've never casted a Value game until now, and for the most part, his engagements and positioning is something that I really like to see whenever he has his army out and he's getting into a full engagement.
I feel like he's like a bear trap. He's just kind of this claw that's laying there just waiting, and it's got sharp fangs. It bites back if you try to toy with it. But once the right opportunity falls its way and you just step a little too hard, he snaps shut on you.
Yeah, it's true. And then, yeah, you're right. I mean, he just sits there if you don't touch him. Sits there all day. Yeah. All day, every day. He'll have a 2-hour game and not come at you until you attack. I doubt that'll happen, but I would really see a Value game where he's aggressive. I'm sure he's got it in him, of course.
Well, of course, in that game against Sasquatch, he was substantially pinned down. He took a lot of early game damage, lost that third base, but hey, battled it back. And in that last set, well, he just played it defensive until that Nexus didn't die.
Rise is being really active with the Lings. He just went ahead and poked on one. He's got another one in the very far top of corner 2.
Yeah.
And Overlord over that passage. Wanted to watch out for any pylons that are coming, and these Lings are just all over the place. He is making sure nothing comes his way. And actually, speaking of aggressiveness, and look at Value going for a Stargate here. One now on the way. How many guesses he has? He has that 3rd and 4th down, already down at his natural, just finishing up. So he's going to be having something come the way. And from the positioning there, I'm kind of expecting it to be a Phoenix overall.
Yeah.
Phoenix is, of course, a great opening, and then, of course, you follow up into a fast third, grab your Robo. Standard ZVP play, and he's actually bringing the Stalker and Zealot here to go ahead and weaken those queens a tad bit, which will make it a little bit easier for Ras.
Now this is interesting. He's actually making the Void Ray, but as you were saying, Tim, the Phoenix with the position, and the reason, you know, of course, that he's going to say that, hold that thought. We don't want to see if this queen's going to get taken out. Stalker plays it safe, thinks he's going to get it, but doesn't. Should be able to loop back in here and finish that queen off, but now it's going to get tough because Rise is going to be able to micro it, and in fact, he played it a little too safe, I think, there, Tim, and the Value Stalker is able to get away, but without that kill.
Yeah, sometimes you got to go for it. It's like the first kiss, man. You just go for it. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And one of those that was a situation right there where I think he should have gone for the first kiss. Just straight up knock out that queen, kill it off, and he'd be feeling great about it after he walked away. But now he has regret. I didn't go for it, man. What am I going to do the next time I see a queen? Next time, he better go for it. Nonetheless, Stalker is now on its way back, heading to the natural. He has a Sentry in the Stalker, but again, that queen kill would have been great. But anywho, it's still weak for when the Void Ray does come in, so that's always a positive as well.
And Void Ray is going to be cleaning up a lot of the Overlords around here. And, I mean, Rise, he's going to be, I think he's pretty happy with this position right now. Value is going to be actually going for Robo and Twilight behind this.
Well,
only down 3 additional gateways. That's going to take him to a total of 4.
See, I like that play if he goes Phoenix, but Void Ray, I mean, it's good against a lot of Ling like Roach aggression.
This could actually be a really big 2-base all-in.
Yeah,
it's entirely possible.
He's not going to go for an expansion anyway, so good, man. He's going for the polar opposite. Played very defensive game, sat back, gone for thirds, and this time he's wanting to get a little aggressive. He wants to get his fist, I guess, dirty. Just kidding. There goes a pro.
Yeah, Void Ray is also, I mean, it's entirely, it's a very good defensive unit. Roachling aggression isn't completely shut down by it, as is going to be evidenced by, well, this Void Ray killing these off. Of course, it does do bonus damage to Armored, so it's a little better against those Roaches, but it lets you take really, really fast third bases. Pylon down here for now, that's all he's going to be securing. Lings, actually, I think you're going to get a glimpse of this.
Yeah.
And they do get a peek at that pylon. That's going to give them the information necessary for Rise to maybe take a 4th base in a minute or 2 here and not get too overly defensive.
Yeah, I should see Rise get aggressive. And actually, there you go. 22 Lings are on the way. And this is the kind of thing, I think, actually, Value is going to be okay. First off, he has some Stalkers. He has a few Sentries as well. But we have +1 queued up, Roach Speed, as well as Passing Glands. And actually, he just canceled his Roach Speed? Did he just cancel Roach Speed? Did that finish off?
I'm sorry?
I just saw it disappear. His Link Speed, I'm sorry. We check the main. Okay, it just finished up, so Link Speed now ready to go. But he's got +1 on the way, and he's got a Festation Pit. He's going for a lot of gas and Passing Glands. He doesn't really have that strong of an army force, believe it or not. A couple with Force Fields, a couple of Zealots, and a couple of Stalkers. I don't think he'll be able to kill off this third right away, but again, it comes down to Value and how he holds it.
That was really, really cute cleaning that up. Going to come in now to that 3rd base, which Value will easily be able to hold, as you're saying, Tim. At least for the moment.
He should be okay, as long as he
I mean, not against these
there.
Lings.
So, yeah, this is kind of where Rise going for that +1, and the Passing Glands kind of like threw away his majority of aggression. But now he's already got Lair Tech. We're at 10 minutes, 5 Infestors already on the way, and actually falling into a quick 4th and grabbing a Macro Hatch already. So he's going to get really strong really quickly.
Ah, there they are. You want to go build your Spore Crawlers. Actually, he's going to build gas with this, but dropping this creep here definitely does allow you to drop a Spore and defend against that Void Ray that's right now, well, actually should be denying this 4th base. I mean, it's managing to kill off a Creep Tumor and a couple of Zerglings. This 4th is very exposed right now with only 1 queen even remotely near. Creep spread not even to the ramp yet. He could definitely deny this 4th base. This is a little bit of a blunder out of Value, not using this Void Ray to the advantage that it offers.
Yeah, he read it a little long. He read it like me, actually. He saw the 20 Lings coming across the middle map, and I was expecting a lot more aggression, so he's just sitting in the middle, looking for any more type of armies to come. And Rise, taking advantage of that, went for that 4th. He's like, you know what? He's not going to scout this for a while unless he sends a couple of units up there, so I should be able to get away with it. It's a bit of a gamble, but Rise gets away with it because he's reading the game as well. It's actually nice over from both players.
Yeah, this is a great position for Rise, who's already got his Hive Tech on the way. He's going to throw down a...
Oh my god, that Hive Tech.
Yeah, his Spire's timed perfectly with it. A couple of Macro Hatches, 2/2, 7 Overlords. He's getting ready to crank out a lot, but Value's going to be pushing here in a moment. As, you know, he's got Gateways wrapping up. Actually, yeah, he isn't working towards... he's got a Colossus out. He doesn't have Extended Thermal Lance, actually, researching at all. So, in fact, I didn't realize that he had Colossus coming out on the field with that. He actually, I don't know if he's going to be able to push here really without anything. It looks like he's going to try to make the attempt, but this is what he needs to be doing in all honesty because, you know, Hive, Broodlords, all these things are on the way. He just doesn't have a lot of splash damage to accompany this. And there's Infestors on the field, Tim. This is going to be very difficult for Value.
Yeah, Rise hasn't showed his Infestors until now, actually, and I think Value is kind of expecting me to play because his teammate did. I mean, Sasquatch went for Muta. Maybe thinks,
And it
okay,
worked great.
they play pretty similar. So he went for only one Colossus, as you mentioned, and he just wanted to follow up into Blinkstalkers or anything a little bit different, so he can deal with Mutas a little bit easily here. And now he's playing against Infestors, and one Colossus against a lot of Infestors and just pure Stalkers actually can die pretty quickly, especially with Lings with 2-2 upgrades, which are about to finish up in mere seconds.
Yeah, Rise definitely wants to wait for that.
Oh, he's gonna have a
and
huge
it's
flank.
only 30, 20-ish seconds remaining right now. He does have that huge flank available. We'll see if this causes Value to pull back. Huge fungal growth on all the sentries, taking tons of damage. This Colossus still looking pretty good, though. Nice force fields in the back. Another fungal, however, and the sentries are beginning to fall.
Rise is doing pretty good control here. He's waiting for the force field to pop up and then come in for the
2-2's done.
2-2 is finished up. He's got 4 Crippers on the way. He's dealing with Stalkers on the right side. More Lings are coming in straight into the action. The Colossus is actually being microed pretty nicely overall. Guardian Shield has been popped. Doesn't help out too much, but the Infested Terrans now allow that to be helpful. And looks like Value is forced to retreat here as 46 Lings are on the way and more Corruptors, which is going to allow Rise to really just crush this army. I want to see Value kind of back up. Maybe go kill this 4th and then start retreating back home.
Well, these Infestors are really low on energy, though. I mean, he's only got 2 fungal growths. All the infested Terrans are actually already expelled. We'll definitely be able to kill this 4th base. There are, 6 Corruptors on the field. Now some more Infestors do join, so maybe he'll be able to make something happen with that. But there's no Roaches with this composition. No Roaches at all. And there are still a couple of sentries in here. Not a lot of energy, though, remaining. Fungal growth going down on the Stalkers. There's just not enough surface area here for these Lings to do anything.
Yeah, he needs to have a flank like he had earlier, but you know what? Value is just getting stronger and stronger overall. That 3-base aggression just poking in. It looks like I was wrong about pulling back, and I'm willing to admit that, man. Value is playing really nicely here. Now moving forward, all the Infestors, like you mentioned, don't have that much energy. They're forced to retreat. They're essentially dead weight. They're actually better as paperweights than dead weight, because at least they're doing something. And now we have the Stalkers moving forward. The Immortals as well can focus on the hatcher if he wants to. Ling just popping out, and Rise looks like he just might die here, as that 3rd will be killed off, and that is a huge nail in the coffin.
Yup, Rise, GG, and that's it for Complexity.
Value, man, making a splash. Wasn't expecting him to play that well, but he just wiped the floor with Complexity. What was that? That was 4 victories for him?
Yeah, yep, it was 4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Started with Sasquatch, actually.
I'm glad he went an aggressive strategy that time. Like I said, I wanted to see his polar opposite. I wanted to see him be a little bit aggressive. I'm impressed by Value. I like him as a player. I don't think he's like Code A, Code B material quite yet. He might. Maybe he's in Code A. I actually haven't looked to see if he's in there, but definitely on his way up. Hopefully, since TSL disbanded, he has somewhere to go, because I think he has potential.
Yeah, I mean, reading that attack with not having Roaches, we were both really afraid seeing him move out with a single Colossus and a Void Ray.
I was really scared of a huge fungal.
Yeah.
Big flank in the middle of the map. Rise, I think, waited too long. He had 40 to 50 Lings already on the map. He had 25 up here, about 25 down here. Catches those in the middle of the map. Suddenly there's a huge ball of force field. You pull them both back, and suddenly there's no force fields left. You come back in, kill them off.
It's a tough call. Do you wait for the upgrades, or do you try to go in preemptively when the surround is an opportunity?
That's why they're the pros, because I couldn't make that call.
That's a tough call.
I don't like calling. I text. That's what I do, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, texting's the future, man.
It is the future.
In Skype. Nobody uses SMS anymore.
That was the last time you saw TSL. We're going to miss them, certainly for sure. It was an awesome team. One of the favorite teams for a lot of people, of course. They love the Zerg mindset, and, of course, Polt being mixed in there. And then, of course, the other players that was pretty much unknown of, Center and Value. Hopefully they find places as well.
Yeah.
We wish them the best of luck here from IPL. With that, we got a couple of things we got to say. Fight Club.
It's coming up Monday. Yep. We're going to have Zenio guys facing off against Creator. Very, very excited for that match. PVZ, we witnessed some legendary PVZ. The first one, actually both our PVZs were disgustingly good.
They were pretty good. They were fun to watch. And then after that as well, like I said, I've been plugging this a little bit, but the custom maps that I want to have put into our map pool, please help me out with them. Definitely give me a tweet at twitter.com/IPLRobin. Give Kibbles a couple of tweets. He's trying to get music set up for us. We're really trying our best to make the IPL stream better overall. Any feedback that you can give us to make it better, whether it be our casting, the music, of course, any maps that you want to see like I mentioned, or of course if you just want better 60 FPSs, let us know and we'll try and pass it up the chains. I mean, we're the new guys here, but we're trying to make us look good by using your feedback. So please give us a couple of tweets if you would like to, and then next week we should be seeing you.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you next week. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. And until then, have a great weekend. See you there.